What truly happens to a wild color when it reaches your screen? Have you ever photographed something vibrant, only to find the image just misses the mark? This piece unpacks why that happens, delving into the quiet compromises our screens make with color. It's not just about technical limitations. It's about what we implicitly accept as real when our world increasingly arrives filtered through digital lenses. The artist and teacher asks us to consider what we lose when AI learns from these already limited palettes, and how that shapes our collective visual memory of the world's true hues. Written by Douglas Goodwin, lecturer in Design and Media Arts, University of California, Los Angeles, California Institute of the Arts, in The Conversation, narrated for Arva.
A peacock feather and sunlight shifts from blue to green to bronze as you turn it. Photograph it, and this shimmer collapses into one angle, one exposure, one compromise. A digital image is not a record of what your eye sees. The standard color space that most digital images use was built for an older display world, when cathode ray tube monitors swept beams of electrons across phosphor-coated glass. This standard color space made color predictable across many devices, but the compromise was a narrower range of colors for screens, cameras, and image files to share. Whatever the screen offers feels complete. It is not that your eyes cannot see more. Digital images give them less to work with. I teach a class about color at the California Institute of the Arts called Plastics, Neon, and Psychedelia, which covers the many ways color is produced, by materials, by light, by screens, and by the mind. I also have a condition called deuteranomaly, which changes the way I discriminate color, though not in the way you might imagine. A deuteranomalous eye does not simply lose color distinctions, it remaps them. Vision researchers in Cambridge showed in 2005 that deuteranomalous observers can reliably distinguish khakis and olives that look identical to people with standard color vision. I have mistaken a traffic light for an overhead street lamp while driving at night, but my color vision is not a shrunken copy of ordinary vision. It is a different map of the same ground. While my eyes leave some colors uncertain, they sharpen other distinctions. Screens impose another kind of limit, though more quietly. They organize color according to their own rules, then offer that version as complete. My eye and the screen are both maps that include and exclude differently. Mine trades some distinctions for others. The screen trades range for reliability. The question for any color system is not whether it is accurate, but what it keeps. From wild green to screen green. My neon pothos houseplant is so green that it seems to generate its own light. Photograph it with a smartphone and the result is fine. The leaves are green, the picture makes sense. But the green in the photograph is not the green on the plant. Look at the photo. Look at the plant. Then look at the photo again. The photographed leaves are muted, but not evenly. Some greens flatten, while others appear boosted, as if the phone were trying to compensate for what it cannot show.
The leaves on the actual plant are electric. No phone I own, no printed page, and no Instax print has captured that green, though the Instax comes closer. Here is what happens. Light bounces off the pothos and strikes the phone's sensor, which records numbers representing the color the phone sensed. Each pixel is stored as a recipe for red, green, and blue light, 3 values that tell a screen how much of each primary color to emit. In much of the image world, those numbers are still translated into sRGB, the default color space for ordinary digital images. Color scientists map human color perception as a horseshoe-shaped field. A standard display space cuts a triangle from that horseshoe, enclosing only part of what the eye can see. A triangle's straight sides cannot follow the horseshoe's curve, so some colors always fall outside the display space. Many modern screens can show more than sRGB, but sRGB remains the default format for ordinary digital images because it works reliably across devices and platforms. The pothos green is remapped to fit, and that remapped version is the picture you get. Screen green is not wild green. Every medium translates color in its own way. Film does too, through chemistry, exposure, dyes, and paper. The Instax print is not more accurate in any absolute sense, but it conveys the pothos differently. It reflects light from a surface rather than rebuilding color as light from a screen. The green feels denser, less flat, and less removed from its source. The Instax still misses the plant's absolute color, but it misses it in a different way. The phone's translation matters now because people see a thing's color on a screen before they meet it in the world. When AI learns from limited colors, AI image generators do not simply inherit this color gap, they can amplify it. They are not trained on the plant in front of you, they are trained on other people's photographs of plants like it, millions of images already filtered through sensors, editing software, platform compression, and the color limits described above. Many of the vivid greens were clipped or shifted before the model ever encountered them. Ask an AI image model to generate a peacock feather, and you will likely receive a competent image: the canonical eye spot, the dark pupil, the cyan ring, the gold, the magenta rim. The surviving colors are the ones the image world knows how to keep. What is missing is the iridescence.
In a real feather, the barbs can flash the same blue, green, bronze as the eye spot. A photograph fixes that shimmer to a single angle. The generated image flattens it further. Its barbs are muddy brown with faint metallic highlights. The model has learned the symbols of a peacock feather, but not the event of seeing one turn in the light. Generative models make images from the patterns they find most often in their training images. They render ordinary brightness convincingly. The rarer effects are the ones that slip away: saturated colors, metallic flashes, structural glints. The model can still make an image that looks bright, even spectacular. But its brightness is screen native, learned from other images on screens, not from seeing the subject itself. The loop tightens with each pass. AI-generated images are uploaded, shared, indexed, and may be folded into future training sets. When models train on material produced by earlier models, their outputs narrow over time. The rare colors are the first to go. These images do not stay inside the machine. They can fill social media feeds and image searches until they stand in for the thing itself. The simulated green becomes the green you meet first. Watching for the gap. Day after day, screens show you only the colors inside their range, translating anything outside that range into colors they can display. If you only ever see the beetle wing as a dull image, nothing tells you a brighter one ever existed. It will just look dull. If every picture of a plant arrives with its greens muted into the same screen-safe range, that range becomes green. You will not miss the absent colors. One way to observe the gap is to find something vividly colored: a ripe persimmon, a peacock feather, the orange-pink at the bottom of the desert sky. Look at it before you photograph it. Stay with it. Stand close. Give it a name, even a private one. Then photograph it. Hold the image next to the thing. That distance is the gap. The wild colors have not been erased. They have been excluded from the screen's territory. The version that travels is what gets remembered. The thing is still there. Look for it.